Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Kissed by Starlight. Thank you so much for being here. And just quickly before I begin, I just want to send out a huge apology for anybody who tried to watch my reading yesterday. Unfortunately, it recorded with no sound. Thank you so much to those of you who let me know. I had no idea that had happened, and it seems there was a technical issue, which meant that the sound wasn't recorded at all for the reading. So sadly, I had to delete it and start again. That could be a whole message in itself, I guess, for anybody who's feeling unseen or unheard at the moment. Maybe this is your reading. It could be that this is the reading that you need to hear, that your soul elected to hear at a crucial point when you most needed to hear it. Now, I really am a firm believer that we do this, we leave messages and signposts for ourselves along the way, so that when we come to a specific point, we can remember that information that we so needed to remind ourselves of something that we've learned, something that we were meant to learn, some great timeline that we're meant to um, overcome, or pattern that we're meant to defeat, um, some belief that we've now come to a new realization. It could be so many different things for different people, and I trust that you will know within your own situation what that may be for you. So I wanted to bring in a reading of what your soul most wanted you to hear today at this specific point, at this specific time in your life, for whatever is going on in your life. And again, it will be different for everybody. And hope that this resonates and brings a message of clarity for you. So I found it interesting that these cards were already on the North Passion. When you are down, look up, because it felt like a real reminder during these times of change, during these times of difficulty, when your soul is awakening, when you may feel that life is hard, that to be reminded of the treasures, to ask, are you holding yourself back? Is it you that's getting in your own way? Remember, in the darkest night, you can see the most stars, which is a really lovely message. And the macaw, which is this beautiful bird, shines so brightly in any light. You can see them, you can see the colors, they stand out. And on this totem, we can also see, for me, that represents Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is, again, if you look into the story of Our Lady of Guadalupe, it's the most beautiful miracle that happened here, a beautiful miracle, and a sign of real faith, a sign of remembering the awesomeness and the divine that weaves through your life, and that is there for you, that stands there for you at times when you most need it. And it says here, embrace the life of a wanderer, finding oceans of joy in the unknown path to the next horizon. Find a different kind of security, one that is deep within your heart, in a place of peace and well-being. It is the treasure of your hero's journey. So I found it really lovely that that message was there for us as we begin the reading. So I'm just going to very quickly bring in anything that your soul would really dearly like you to know today, would like you to remember, anything that you might have forgotten, anything that's coming through. And perhaps you're standing in this space of, you're having to let go of a lot. You're having to just surrender, as the card said, to a bigger, greater life plan. Perhaps you're having to stand in a place where you don't really know where this is going to take you. The water here looks slightly turbulent. It could be deep. It's a bit unknown, and this deer is maybe questioning whether they can cross to the other side, whether it's safe for them to cross to the other side. And in this beautiful expanse of water, she sees her own reflection, and this could relate to whichever gender you identify with. you can see your own reflection in this time. You can look at yourself. You can be a mirror for yourself to uncover what it is you most need to know. And if this is a time for you where you're feeling unseen or unheard, and I have to say that when I was trying to light my candle, I always light a candle as my message to spirit to open the space and to come into divine flow and communication. And the candle wouldn't light for this reading, which is again another interesting sign that perhaps you're feeling that you may have lost your connection a little bit. Perhaps you're not feeling connected with the divine, with the messages wanting to come through. Perhaps you're not connecting with yourself and hearing your own heart light, your own soul's message that's wanting to come through. And now is the time to surrender to a greater plan, to surrender to the unknown and whatever would like to come through for you, and to just listen, and hear in the times that you're finding yourself in. And to, we've had this card before recently, again, a message of playfulness, of coming into joy. Again, relating here, when you are down, look up. What's your passion? What's your joy? What lights you up? And I love that underneath that card we've got spirit, pathfinder, again, very, very relevant. Life is a journey shrouded by a veil of uncertainty, its path stretched elusively before you. As you live your journey, it is your faith in spirit that is the catalyst and the torch that moves you forward and lights the way. Fortunately, spirit lives in all of us. What a beautiful, beautiful confirmation that everything you need is within you. Everything you need is inside of you. In the shaman path, they walk the trail before us, I'm reading this, lending his hand in the form of extraordinary symbols. But the shaman is frightening at first because you're not sure what he is presenting to you. What is it that he's carrying? Is it a cross? If that doesn't resonate, what would resonate? Perhaps a lightning bolt or a beautiful clay pot. What are your symbols? What is the central tree or post of your foundation? The Pathfinder stands in the physical but is overcome with the beauty of spirit. He offers all of his wisdom to you. Go deeply within to find that blue sky, your center. And again, an incredible message of confirmation that today is the day to go within. Today is the day to block out any external noise, anything that could be distracting you, anything that is taking you off your path, anything that maybe you are doing to self-sabotage your own rememberings of what it is you are meant to be doing today. What is your priority today? Make your priority the utmost joy, with a great promise of the future, a promise of all that is to come as you go into this space, as you find yourself in this space. And look, the leaves of the trees have fallen here. They've fallen into the water. We're being asked to let go, to shed all that is past, all that is gone, all that no longer is needed. The tree lets go of those leaves, knowing that their time has come to be shed. And as the time comes for those leaves to be shed, and they are able to be let go of, and they disintegrate naturally into the landscape, it enables the tree to have the promise of the future, as it knows that it will grow new leaves, as it knows that new leaves and buds will arrive, new fruit will be born, and this will be the new, the unknown. And yet within each is an exquisite joy, an incredible promise of the fruit of our labor, of letting, the reward for letting go of whatever it was we needed to let go of. And again, this could relate to something specific in your life, or not. It could just be to do with your beliefs, your thoughts, anything holding you back. And we've got the card of fulfillment. We've got the promise that blocks can be removed, that there is a promise of a new way. And here we have a boat being carved. It looks like a boat being carved, and we see the promises that have been tied to the tree, where lots of wishes have been made, where lots of dreams have been asked for, perhaps ideas, creativity that you've been trying to manifest, anything you've been trying to bring in. The promise of the future is that wish of letting go of that wish, of making a wish and being able to let it go, not to keep checking in with it to see if it's been manifested yet. That's not going to help your wish. That's just giving it the energy of lack. What we want to do is to make the wish and let go of the wish so that the wish can come back to us uncluttered, unfettered, and freely in the most beautiful way for our own divine good. And only the wishes that are for our own divine good will be brought forward. So we need to trust that if there have been specific wishes we've been asking for and it feels like they've not been arriving, we need to trust that the ones that are good for us, the ones that we most are needing, that are good for our soul, will be coming to us. And perhaps at this trajectory, at this junction, your soul wanted to remind you of this. Perhaps there's something big that you've been finding difficult to let go of, a pattern you've been struggling to overcome, perhaps a belief or a conditioning that's been so difficult to see the way forwards and it's been hampering your growth. Perhaps it's felt like it's been stopping you moving forwards, or perhaps your path has literally felt as if there have been blocks in the way of it. Perhaps, you know, that's been happening to you. And now comes the card of awakening. What is true to your heart? Is this path that you've been following up till now really what you want to be doing? Is it really in alignment with your heart, with your wishes, with your intentions? Is it playing out the way that you in a way that's bringing you joy? Is it bringing you joy? Is it bringing you fulfillment? And are you committing yourself to the priorities? The priority must be the soul, the priority must be the heart, the priority must be all that brings us peace and balance and harmony and love. You know, is what you're doing now doing that for you? Is it helping you or is it hampering you? And if it's hampering you, it's time to go within, it's time to trust and to recommit to your priorities. It's time to stop whatever is distracting you, whatever patterns you are throwing in your way or are being thrown in your way, whatever noise is being created outside of you that's taking you off your path. It's time to quietly take a moment to go back within, to regroup, to recalibrate and ask yourself, what really is my priority today? Is it really this to-do list that I've been feeling I need to do? Or is it something else that is really calling me from my heart, from my soul? Is it something that is going to allow me to reach that destination, that place of truth, of hope, of realization, actualization of dreams and goals that you've had that have been there, you know, following your North Star, following what is so important to you, trusting spirit to bring the answers. This, I feel, is the message that your soul needed to hear today, that it's been calling you back to this moment right now, to see this reading, to hear the message, to listen, and to allow that to help you take the next step. And we've got the Star card, which is a beautiful card of hope, of promise, of the rainbow after the difficulties, and along that hero's journey that we're all taking, to know that really we only really have ourselves at the end of the day to come back to be accountable to. Of course there are others that we are that too, but if we can't be that for ourselves, how can we be it for others? So really check in today, really come back and ask yourself, what's my priority today? How can I make my heart, my soul, my heart's wish and my goals my priority? And what one little step could I take today to enable those to come to fruition? If I was to drown out anything else in terms of noise that is stopping me or blocking me, what would be the one thing I could do? And once you gain that insight, once you understand what that is, then just allow yourself to take that one little step that your intuition, that your own guidance is asking you to take. And whatever that is, only you know at this point, only you know what it is you're trying to achieve and where you're trying to go. And as you come back to this moment and you become really present and still, and allow the past to only be a learning curve, to allow you to grow and understand from all that you've learned, all that you've experienced, all that you've gone through, and to take that step towards this healing, towards this future, towards realization of your goals, and to let your faith be greater than your fear, to let your trust in spirit be greater than any doubts or anything that's stopping you. Beautiful ones, I really hope that message is helpful and healing for you today. I really hope you can hear it. Please feel free to share your story with me in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences, and I'm sending you so much love. If this reading resonates for you, I'd love to see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for being here.